peace and serenity, sovereignty, elevation, everything else. To all the guys and goddesses, shout out to everybody with a good soul, good conscience. Just shout out to anybody watching this, taking the time out. I appreciate you. Life has been lifing. Um, you know, just been working on getting stuff going behind closed doors, fixing patterns and habits that pop up, retrogrades, all types of stuff. Not to make it an excuse, but to tell you the truth. But just working out of getting out of certain habits that I was falling into again, traps mentally and physically. This video I want to talk about environment. Something that I feel like a lot of people don't really touch base on sometimes when it comes to just overall talking about things that are important for ourselves and our elevation. It takes a strong person, a person who really wants to change, to look at themselves, but it takes a stronger person to look at the environment because of how much and how much we adore distractions, how much we adore things that we can go to externally that take us away from the internal, right? And it takes simply just looking at our environment, the people, the people we consider friends, brothers, sisters, blood in general, or just people we grew up with, maybe through school or so, maybe in the neighborhood or some whatever. The people you hang out with, the people you talk to. It takes time to look at that and be like, is that helpful? Are they helpful? Are they helping me? Are they saying things? Are we having good conversations? Are we having, you know, open conversations? Are we not just focused on distractions? Are we not just focused on, for in my case, for males, trying to get women all the time, trying to go out and, you know, have sex and get every woman, you know what I'm saying? And go to parties, make myself known and be this big masculine figure. For women, is it, going out for looking for men, trying to hook up with men, trying to have men fall to your arms and trying to, have men trick out, whatever it is. So basically that persona that you kind of build up from your environment because it takes us away from our internal. And that doesn't just talk about just being able to go within, because you can always do that when you're on your own, when you got your own time. But I'm talking about if the environment helps you continue to grow mentally, not necessarily physically, that's more so on you, but mentally, emotionally, esoterically, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people never grow out of that stage where they knew they could have fixed the environment, could have made some changes, but they loved the person or care about the person, so much, or they overall just was scared and just nervous about making that leap, and that, like I said, that change really is about making that change. But even though it all starts within, it makes it to the external. We can't forget also that it starts within and makes it to the external, because that's why I say it takes a strong man, a strong person in general, to go within, but a stronger person to look at this external and change that also. Because we can go within so much, but if we don't make any physical manifestations, you know what I'm saying? Because we can manifest something that's 50, that's half the battle. But we got to make those necessary adjustments physically. We got to go and cut off that person. We got to go and stop going to that area. We got to go and maybe look at what we're eating. You know what I'm saying? And is that helping you maneuver? Is it helping you physically? Is it helping you mentally? That is your environment. Your environment isn't just people. It isn't just area, but it's habits around those areas, habits and patterns around those peoples and areas, things like that. Looking at your diet. Now, I think everybody knows when they're not eating good. I mean, some people even joke about it nowadays. I find you find it crazy now. When you get to that point, you start to see things for what they are and make changes. Because even though I've had times where I've let off, what I'm saying, I would say I'm about to solidify being a vegan, but it was times even like the past 3 to 4 months where I was eating snacks or eating even a little meat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, nothing like that. But I had to make changes to even get to that point where I felt like, okay, I don't even want to eat meat no more. But because my environment I was starting to kind of revisit those old things. And my friend group, I would say, is not really one I would be ashamed of or embarrassed of, because we're making strides and changes. Like they're actually making change. We're having intelligent conversations, realizing open and minded things, and being so optimistic. Like even changing up some of the eating patterns and stuff like that. But it's more so the areas I've been to and the things I've seen online or on media. Because I could easily make switch up my media to see the things that help me, but I was choosing to see other things, like bunch of like comedy and just maybe looking at just like lives a little bit that was messy. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at like my backup going on other sides of like TikTok and social media, and just like being on the negative side that drains your energy. Maybe just doom scrolling. I was just doom scrolling also, but and that also comes from knowing that you're not perfect and things, and those desires are gonna win sometimes because we're human. It was also because my environment. I started to look at my environment like, okay, what do I have to change? What's the first step in changing all of that? Because that's what allowed me to get to this point of making the videos again. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to make a video right now. I'd still be doing the same thing. So now I'm just looking at, okay, what do I got to do now? You know what I'm saying? And then it will start to, spiral out into an external. You know what I'm saying? Because just by taking that reflection that you see and flipping it, like, okay, I know I can do this. I know I can start here. You know what I'm saying? Day one or one day, basically. And our environment is really important because it's not just the people, it's not just the places, it's also what we do around those places and people. It's also the patterns, it's also the things that we fail to like either notice or kind of neglect because they like they're small, they seem like they ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And environment is all just takes a big role in building who you are, because that's really going to, what I'm saying, show other people who you are. People who do work on themselves, people who see that part of you. You know what I'm saying? What's that one saying that was like, show me who your friends are and I'll show you your future, or something like that. And it's basically like about like whoever you hang out with, whoever you chill with, talk to, you know what I'm saying, say you're close with, it's exactly kind of how you're going to end up. It doesn't have to be your truth, but it's for a person who's unaware of their habits and things and unaware of changing themselves, that's most likely going to, you know what I'm saying? But for people who do want to, you can still get yourself out of that. It's just about making that change. I appreciate you for watching the video. We are always working and striving on bettering ourselves day by day. I don't have everything together. You know what I'm saying? We don't we don't have everything together. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, you know, me trying to make it seem like you know what I'm saying? It's more so about just expressing experience and knowing that we can share perspectives, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for watching the video. Back to making videos again. Uh, take a moment when you have some time for quietness, or you just have some time to yourself to reflect on your environment. Close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and just ask, what do I have to change? What are the negative things that I do? What help me? What don't help me? And you'll start to feel those answers come in. You know what I'm saying? So more videos coming. I wish peace, love, sovereignty to you, bliss to you, whoever you are. You have a great one. Peace.